Hi, I'm Dongho Chang, the traffic engineer for City of Seattle's Department of Transportation. Safe streets, keep people and goods moving are a top priority for us. While Seattle's streets are getting safer and crashes are on the decline, one crash is one too many. We have a goal of eliminating traffic fatalities and serious injuries by 2030 and are being proactive in redesigning our streets to make them safer and more complete for everyone. This presentation explains two projects that improve safety and keep people and goods moving. We'll talk about how we will improve 23rd Avenue and create a nearby Greenway. But first, let's take a look at the situation today.
23rd Avenue is busy. People live, work, and play along the corridor. Every day, this important north-south road serves up to 20,000 vehicles, 6,000 transit riders, and high volumes of people who walk and ride bikes. However, 23rd Avenue is not in good shape. There are hundreds of patches covering potholes. Today, the width of the travel lanes and sidewalks vary along 23rd Avenue. In some areas, like between East John Street and Olive Street, lanes are as narrow as 8.5 feet. This makes travel, especially for wider vehicles in transit, difficult. Drivers have a tough time turning left, which causes backups. Let me show you. Swerving around a turning vehicle in the left lane slows down the flow of traffic. In this video, a turning car backs up traffic and causes drivers waiting in line to swerve to change lanes. Making the turn through the red light also causes delays for other drivers. And when the light turns, drivers block crosswalks for people crossing the street. Check out these sidewalks. Look how close that car is to the sidewalk. More space is needed. Now that you've seen all those photos, it should be no surprise that in 2013, we started a project to repave a portion of 23rd Avenue. With our goal to improve safety and mobility, we followed a complete streets checklist. The checklist is a tool we use to answer several questions. How is the condition of the road? Who uses it? How fast are vehicles going? Are there collisions? How does it connect to major highways like 520 and I-90? What funding is available? How does it fit in with existing plans and policies? And what does the community think? After discussing with the community and looking at the data, we decided to expand our project boundaries and add other features to improve the corridor for everyone. As you can see, our project extends from East Roanoke Street to Rainier Avenue South and is separated into 3 phases. Phase 1 is between East John Street and South Jackson Street. Phase 2 is between South Jackson Street and Rainier Avenue South. Phase 3 is between East Roanoke Street and East John Street. Many improvements are included in the project, such as new pavement, sidewalk and traffic signal improvements, increased transit reliability, better lighting, and public art. Project elements will vary by phase. Our plans also include an adjacent neighborhood greenway, which we will talk about shortly. Today, 23rd Avenue has a total of 4 lanes, 2 in each direction. Here's a closer look. This image shows a typical configuration of 23rd Avenue. For Phase 1 and most of Phase 2, we will redesign 23rd Avenue to 3 lanes. This means 1 lane in each direction, plus a center turn lane. Phase 3, which includes 23rd and 24th Avenue, will stay the same, with 4 lanes. And now a closer look at how we'll change the road. Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't make sense. 23rd Avenue is already busy. Here's how it works. On busier streets, turning a 4-lane road into a 2-lane road with a center turn lane can reduce collisions, reduce speeding, allow vehicles to turn without blocking traffic, manage drivers cutting in and out of lanes, create space for wider sidewalks, make streets easier to cross, and ease travel for wider vehicles like buses. Transit speed and reliability are expected to improve by 3 minutes, and walking will be easier and quicker. Travel time is expected to stay the same for drivers between East John Street and Rainier Avenue South. We've redesigned similar streets, more than 26 of them to be exact. Recently, we've redesigned Nickerson Street, Northeast 125th Street, and nearby Columbia Way and Myrtle Street. The data we've collected shows that redesigning the right streets make them safer and keep people and goods moving. Once our project on 23rd Avenue is done, we'll keep an eye on how the corridor is doing and make adjustments if needed. We've covered how reconfiguring the road will accommodate pedestrians, cars, and transit, but what about bikes? We asked this question to ourselves and members of the community and analyzed if a protected bike lane or a cycle track would work on 23rd Avenue. We found that it's not the right place for a bike lane, especially because of safety concerns. Instead, we're looking at an adjacent greenway throughout the project area. Greenways are safer, more comfortable streets for people of all ages and abilities to walk and ride bikes. This keeps traffic on 23rd Avenue and offers you, your family, and neighbors a place to walk and ride bikes in a calmer area. On streets with low car volumes and speeds, a greenway can improve safety, keep speeds low, discourage cut-through traffic, protect our residential character, help people cross busy streets, and ultimately get people to where they want to go, like schools, parks, shops, and restaurants. Starting with a good foundation, like a street with few cars and low speeds, we can make small improvements that add up to a big difference. We can change the speed limit to 20 miles per hour, add speed humps to slow down motorists and reduce cut-through traffic. Add signs and pavement markings to help people find their way and alert motorists that people walking and biking are present. Create safer crossings at busy streets by extending the curb, installing rapid flashing beacons, crosswalks, medians, or traffic signals. Add stop signs at streets that cross the greenway, smooth sidewalks and streets, and add curb ramps to help people with wheelchairs or strollers. To pick the best route for a greenway, we considered a number of streets near 23rd Avenue. The best locations are streets with slower speeds, fewer cars, and gentler slopes. After careful consideration and a lot of community feedback, a combination route for the Central Area Neighborhood Greenway was selected. Rather than a singular route parallel to 23rd Avenue, a greenway on both the east and west sides of 23rd Avenue with a new pedestrian crossing at Columbia Street will be designed. For each phase, we will build the neighborhood greenway before we construct improvements on 23rd Avenue. Phase 1 construction starts in early 2015. Thanks for taking the time to learn more about our projects in the Central area. We're excited to make these important improvements that will keep people moving and our streets safe.